Mhm. Welcome, welcome, ye all random internet people. How are you doing? I'll just wait for anyone to show up, really. I'll just shoot the shit and talk a load of random crap until there's any semblance of an audience appear magically, like it can do from time to time, on the internet. More often than not, in fact, especially if you're popular. And for the number of subs that I don't have, I'm quite popular, considering, relatively speaking, I'm very popular for someone with so few subs. Although I may have more than some of you think and less than most of you presume, but it doesn't really matter. This Okay, we got a few people starting to roll in. Roll up, folks. Roll up. Yes, come on in to the chat box and say hi to me. I want to say hello to you. I want to get into something. I do. Icon sees Mr. No. What the French? Where'd you come from? Well, I just saw you on Ruthless's stream. Riddle me this, Icon. Could you not see my messages in Ruthless's chat box? And if so, I think he's banned me. So, for no reason, just because, who knows? Could you not see my messages, bruh? And I noticed that he dropped out at the end there just now, and you were just holding court. Scotty FJC, yes, bruh. Good. So what I want to do is I want to follow up about the Friends Simulator from earlier. I'm actually glad that Icon's here. I'm glad that Scotty's here. Um, I watched about a quarter of it back, and due to the internet issues, coupled with what I'm going to call Icon's brain freeze. And bear in mind, and he said he had brain freeze, or no, he said he was eating ice cream. I joked that he had good brain freeze, but I've never had Icon riding shotgun on a Friend Simulator yet, which was designed to be hardcore, American style roast humor. Now Icon's beautiful when he's just poking fun at the chat and roasting the chat in his own style, but when it's the hardcore edgy stuff, and especially with his sister in the background, he was clearly feeling a little awkward having her prepping food in the background while we're all talking about some of the most diabolical hillbilly incest jokes, basically. But I've got a few thoughts on it, and as I have done, I've floated the question: should it be discontinued? But I'll get to what I'm thinking about that. Suffice it, in fact, let's just say hello to you first. But I'm going to get to that. What I'm thinking on it. But all I'll say is that with the internet issues and Icon's lack of wit, frankly, due to several different factors, and I'll let you off the hook, Icon. It's all good, mate, because your sister is in the kitchen prepping food, and we would talk about the most diabolical shit ever. All that coalesced to make for quite a stifled. I mean, I thought I was all right when I was all right, but yeah, it was just as an experience though. The show was stifled and just didn't really work. So I privated the video, least of all because it was a little too edgy when it was edgy, and I want to get a little bit philosophical about why I'm even thinking about. I'm not actually really thinking of discontinuing it. I'm at least thinking of adapting it because the Friends Simulator is a good title for just a hangout experience online. And that was what it was initially in my mind. It was sort of playing on the idea of a fake friendship that you have with either a robot or a fake person that's doing a stream, because you don't know how to make real friends in the real world, you bunch of losers. And you see, when I randomly just roast you for fun, when the pressure isn't on because I've called it a comedy roast, then it's just a nice little fun adage and a little nice extra surprise. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of extra free gunk on your fish and chips that you didn't expect. But when you set a show around it, and if you're not either particularly in the mood, or you're sort of trying to, the thing about roast comedy, if I'm going to get philosophical about it, is if you think about it as a term, all it is the the extraction, the focused extraction and concentration of a particular aspect of humor or a particular thing that humans do when it bantering or in conversation with one another in a particularly jovial context. But I think the Americans having, and it was right to be extracted and have that phrase coined that when we talk about a particular style of humor, we're talking about roast humor, roasting, right? Um, but it's not in the grand scheme of the whole charming experience of just general banter, but the back and forth and humor per se. If you ever look at some American roast comedy, it can get super edgy, uncomfortably so, in fact. And I'm not all about that, in truth. I appreciate it as an art form and I get it, but I'm not all about it. And so I think watching me, well, yeah, it's just an inevitable race to the bottom where everything either becomes a collapsed arsehole joke or an incest joke. I mean, basically, inevitably, that's all race. Well, I never touch the racist stuff, but to be fair, but if you watch other roast humor, it always goes there. Um, Although I did take the Mickey out of Mr. Hugh being Irish one week on the roast stream, but whatever, I'm half Irish, so I'm allowed. So there's my thinking on that. So if I was going to get philosophical, I'm not. I want to use humor for good, man. I'm not really here just to be. It's not. There's an aspect of me that can roast, but it doesn't mean I'm all about it. So I'm thinking of one of two things: either discontinuing and certainly I would say that Icon, I don't think you're designed to ride shotgun with me on the roast stream. Now, I appreciated Icon, and it could have been a conflation of various factors. He wasn't feeling it on the night, and his sister was in the fucking kitchen. um, but and because he does a beautiful job normally of roasting the chat, like I said. But yeah, it was almost verging on it wasn't really cringy, but it was almost verging on cringy because it was because of how it was titled. I think it was any if it was just a normal natural stream, we wouldn't be chasing after the roast trying to do that shit. So there is a reason, to get slightly more philosophical, there is a reason why on proper roasts, and I'm gonna get to the chat in a second, but keep chatting away, man. I'll get to you. But there is a reason why most roast formats, people come with prepared um material. There's a reason why they come with pre-written, prepared material. Um, it's because if you're not feeling in the mood, then you're not feeling like going after someone, you know. Um, but yeah, like I said, it was fine, really. It was more to do with just the internet connection issues. It just had no flow, and yeah, it just I've been feeling it was maybe a little tired anyway, the idea for that format, because I think we'd get into as much roasting anyway on a normal live stream than when you force the issue. And actually, when I had an interview with Hake, from the Hake Report, that was sort of his point that I really agreed with, which was, humor's great, absolutely, but not when it's forced. To call something comedy per se, that's not really natural to what humans do. Yes, we've got into the habit of creating a program, in a comedy club, all around one particular style of humor, the roast comedy, uh, diss matches or diss battles, we call them in the UK. But or even a comedian's set to call that comedy. We all do comedy and conversation. That's its natural home. Just live, real conversation, living conversation in doses. But it doesn't mean that a normal conversation, if you're only ever allowed to be funny, it'll get boring really quickly. To be honest, it get tired really quick because you got to be able to get philosophical and spiritual and ponder shit too, and all sorts of things. So, and in fact, that's probably why people even like the what was the name of that show that Ricky Gervais and Cole Pilkington and Stephen Merchant did? That radio show. That was basically that format. It was a free form format where Cole Pilkington, the resident autist's musings, became the show, and as well as Gervais going after him for how absolutely absurd and dumb his propositions might have been, and yet it was also deep, and so it kind of scratched all itches. So I'm thinking instead of discontinuing it, in all honesty, I just did that as a sort of clickbaity title, just because it was more punchy. But yeah, I'm thinking of adapting it to be more like the Friend Simulator, um, and not call it comedy roast. I tried Jeff's idea of the format, an actual concentrated roast thing, but I'm not all about it. Yeah, so I'm glad I tried it. This is all as much part of me trying to find out what works for me in this sort of realm. But I think it's just as entertaining, just shooting the shit like this, to be fair, and being funny too. That's just a nice little bonus. Um, so yeah, that's my thinking. I don't know what anyone's thinking on that, but like I said, so I'm thinking of calling it the Friends Simulator, and then something else, not comedy roast, but um, y- your online fake friend, not that, but something like that, and where we just shoot the shit. It's basically another midweek chill stream, but for a Friday and under a different name, the Friends Simulator, because it sounds slightly more edgy, like for a TFI. I always think that Fridays are more deserve more of an edge to them for some reason, because you start to descend into the weekend. You know what I mean? Um, yes. So what everyone's saying, I see that Icon's in. That's good. Scotty's in. Hello. Nope, I didn't see any message from you. Well, that means, look, see this? That means that Ruthless is a little bitch, and he's banned me from his little channel. Then Ruthless. Well, all right, Ruthless. If you're going to insist on banning me from your channel, which is absolutely ridiculous, not because I said anything over in his neck of the woods. That's just him being a little bitch, right? So funny. And by the way, I was literally the only person in the comments section. So for you to ban the only person in the comments over there is ridiculous, mate. I was saying some funny ass shit. It's funny that when you banned, you don't actually see that you're banned necessarily. You just anyway. Well, I might have to ban you then, Ruthless, if you've banned me. Okay then. Although you are just so fun to roast. See, when I randomly roast Ruthless, maybe I'll just call it the Friend Simulator. Everybody roast Ruthless endlessly forever. Maybe that actually, yeah, I could get on board with that. So, what did you think, Icon? I watched a bit back, mate. I could send you the privated link, but it was slow, man. It was slow. It didn't chug along. It was good at the start, but it just I thought that the various people involved, like Lester, brought it well. Everyone was hilarious. Everyone was bringing it. Um, Yeah, it just didn't. I don't think that's your show, Icon. I got to be honest, though. Sister or no sister, I just got the impression that that's not your vibe because you're too nice for that. And do you know what? I think I'm too nice for the just concentrated roast stuff as well. Unless I actually did silly, I need to verge on the silly and not so much the like I said, collapsed colons or or incest shit, man. I'm not into that. Let's face it, not into it. But Michael is. See, joking. It's all right when it's random, but don't make a show out of it. Icon sees with Snow. It's strange. You get better roasts in your chats at random instead of the dedicated stream. There you go. That's what I mean. Because there's a certain pressure that comes with it when you sort of call it that. And because I think I think to be fair, the whole roulette thing, and I tried Jeff Harding's idea. It was a fair idea that he came up with, an adaptation of his idea. But yeah, it's not. We tried it out, man. Fuck it. I'm all right with having tried it out. It's all an experiment. That is the spirit. Fortune does favor the brave and the bold. But here we go. Jeff Harding, I think you suffered from a lack of your usual diversity in the audience. Well, that is true. There were not no whammons there. And to be fair, yeah, what's the point? What's the point in being funny if there's no sex at the end of it, Jeff? Exactly. Jeff Harding, no wagon, no brandy, etc. On a Friday night, there were 800 other streams going on, etc. I think it's the timing thing. Yeah, well, that could be a suggestion to make it a Saturday night thing instead, which there's this absolutely fair case for, to be fair, mate. Especially since the disco stream has dropped out. I'm not against that. I'm not against that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I still want to do the disco stream, the 8-bit karaoke on a Saturday. I'll wait till I get my whole new setup. But for now, I'm happy with just casual conversation. I think that's what suits me better. But fuck it. Jeff Harding, perhaps a Thursday night around 8 or 9 US time. The only thing, yeah, maybe, but the only thing is that I'm quite happy with the 15 minutes of Drain being on the Thursday for now. So I don't see any cause to change it. Although, to be fair, the last one was pretty slow, but I don't know if that was on account of the time that I did it. In fact, the last one was certainly slow. Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm open to ideas, Jeff. Thanks for suggesting it. I'll mull it over later. I do appreciate it. Icon says, Mr. No, think it ended up cringy. Definitely did end up a bit cringy for sure. Ended up cringy due to the fact that concept was forced. Well, I think it was certainly to do with the forced concept, mate. Yeah, at the end of the day. But I also think that you didn't adapt well to that. It was your first time riding shotgun. You were clearly nervous you weren't feeling it, and and more was required of you to meet like I was closer to at least meeting the requirements of that formatting than yourself, but then it was the first time you'd ever rode shotgun on that, and it was Icon's suggestion, and and in the spirit of it helping me out in case my stream buggered up, which it did, then I was all for trying it. But yeah, certainly certainly doesn't suit you, that style, the roasting, the brutal roast, Icon, because you're too nice. But all you've got more of a warm-hearted, pokey, funny kind of vibe. But yeah, it has been good in the past, but like I said, I know when a thing is flogging a dead horse. Like when it was fresh and it was a novel idea. The only reason I ever called it a roast comedy thing anyway was because I was trying to game out the clickbait. I was trying to clickbait people into the stream. I thought people would come into that live comedy roast thing, whereas really I always knew I'm not all about that shit. I love it, but it's I much prefer the sort of random stuff like this. Icon says, Mr. Note, think it. Oh yeah, I always read that one. I may well send you, Icon. Let me know if you want a link to that private video to watch it back. But it was, I think you probably already know. I mean, I'm just as happy not to send it to you, mate, because it was, whatever. It was all right. Like I said, I think everyone else brought it fine. But and the other thing, and you know what the other thing is to do? Let me tell you the other side of things. It's so risque anyway that I don't think it's worth my risking for survival's sake on YouTube playing with some of that shit, especially with the new woke kind of culture. I mean, some of that stuff gets edgy, man. So I don't even think it's worth the risk. You know what I mean? So I'm all right with Michael and Active Shoot and that lot going racing to the bottom with their fucking dumb shit. And but yeah, I can always steer around that if I'm not in the mood. If there's no if it's not called something in particular. So there you go. Anyway, what's Jeff saying? 6 guys calling each other cocksuckers for 4 hours doesn't work. You need a balance of regulars, noobs, men, women, etc. There's no shock value with the same 6 or 7 guys. That is also true, mate. Well spotted. And yeah, I tend to agree, mate. And you know what? When you ever watch the roast stuff, the level of intensity required for it, most of it's all about shock value. So you literally get, a bit like you just get numb to it, a bit like Michael's ass. See, it's all right when you don't expect it, but there you go. I can see as Mr. No, you ate too much Viagra again, Jeff. What's too much? When I can give myself a, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Beautiful. I've got the plague. Lucky, change. I'm just allergic to Jeff's suggestions. Lucky, change in the scene is what makes a movie good. Same with humor. Absolutely. Well, that's why it was. Excuse me. That's why it was. Let me do this. Um, well, it was novel once. I mean, it was basically novel. It was novel 5 weeks ago because that was week number 5, and actually I've skipped a week, so it's 6 weeks ago. So it's all good. I still think it was good of me to try it. It was brave and fun. But hey, I'm a timeout ruthless. Is the ruthless actually here? Well, like a bitch. Well, to be fair, I'm not going to hold it against you, mainly on account of the fact that he's banned me for no reason from his chat. box. I'm your only fan, mate. OnlyFans. Icon says was no between choppy audio and lack of peeps. It had no flow. That's exactly right, Icon. It had zero flow. It was all right at the very start, but even I even say that my audio was horrible for the whole way through. Excuse me, sorry about that. I can roast like a mofo when I'm in the mood. Yeah, well, I'm the same, mate. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm the same. And probably when your sister's not in the back preparing you dinner. Lucky, it's fun when I have a podcast vibe with 4+ people, but we need to mix it up. Have you got your own channel, Lucky? I can't find your particular channel, mate, because I've looked for that name that you keep changing for no reason. But yeah, what's your podcast, mate? What's your podcast? I'm interested to see it. Thank you. Jeff Harding, maybe with your sister, Icon, but not with us. Exactly. Right. Hey, Ruthless, you're a little bitch, man. You're banning me from your chat. I see you now. Why are you banning me from your chat? I'm literally the only person in your fucking chat. You crazy Australian. Why are you banning me for your chat, Ruthless? What was that about? I was messaging you during your really shitty live stream that you just did. Why are you banning me? I was the only guy in your chat. After all, Icon sees with no nervous. No, not exactly in the mood. Well, I meant nervous really at the prospect of having to be something that you weren't in the mood for. You clearly looked like you were willing to give it a go because I'd sort of, because that was the framing of the whole event. But that's what I meant. But that's fine. You can correct me on that. But I did offer yesterday to sign up and help keep the stream alive when you have technical issues, not really to roast. That's true. That is true, mate. But then inevitably, just for the sake of the stream, the only way I could have you there legitimately, mate, was to poke at you as if you're part of the proceedings. I couldn't. I'm not. I'm not literally gonna have you just queued up there doing nothing. I'm gonna try and bring you in. And the nearest funny thing to point out was you not seemingly being in the mood, and other shit. You know what I mean? So it was inevitably always. But it is all good. Michael Haywood, don't talk about my my ass bit. Well, I'm sick of talking about your ass, Michael. I am actually sick of it. I got to be honest. I am honest, but it's all right for the occasional little icebreaker, and your ass is quite the icebreaker. That was a fat ass joke. I can't see Mr. No. That was a sneeze. Sounded like a queef. There you go. He can do it when he there's no need for him to do it. He could do it when it doesn't serve me to do it. No, I'm joking. And stream time. What? Odd stream time? Right, yeah. Well, Jeff meant on a Friday. I broke it. Well, mate, I don't know what you talk about, but anyway, why are you banning me from your chat, Ruthless? What's that about? That's just so ridiculous. You ass gags hold court without me. Okay then. Um, Oosh. How's everyone doing? Oh, there's a few people. How you all doing, peeps? Hope you're having a good. It's a bit late in the States. This is like party time for you, isn't it? On a Saturday morning, Friday night. Good. It's probably kind of prime time, to be fair, for the Yankees. The Yankee Doodle Dandies. Ruthless. I didn't ban anyone. I didn't then unban. What? I don't know what that means, mate. I didn't ban anyone. I didn't then unban. Right, you'd already banned me and you'd forgot to unban me. Well, why did you even ban me before? We'll go and fix it, motherfucker, because I was trying to chat shit in your stream. Anyway, Lucky, no, I am not funny enough. Well, I am funny enough, but because if you actually watch most comedians, like I said, it's all very contrived most of the time. Most of the comedy, most comedians people like the most are people that are just playful in spirit. That's the root and heart and soul of comedy. All we do as humans, what we tended to do in our culture is extract, what we call being funny, or roast humor in particular in this case, but extract what we call being funny and make a whole program about only that. But that's not the best of human interaction. It only really works being funny when you don't expect it. So to create a whole programming around necessarily being funny is a problem. I mean, I'll still always advertise myself. I'll still tend to advertise myself as comedy truth because I think that's just a quick way of letting people know that it's going to be a good time. But you know, it's not so much about yeah. But anyway, but I'm not always in the mood and things, and things don't always uh, just coalesce in the right way for it to necessarily be funny. Like in fact, with art, what's the handle called again now? Art. I just forget the rest of the handle, but anyway, art something. Him talking about the funeral, I could have happily got into the whole funeral thing if that was a normal live stream chat. But then I end up stifling myself because it was meant to be funny. So whatever. No, but I'm quite glad to get there. To be fair, I've been feeling that way the last few times. Anyway, I didn't ban you. All right. Well, I didn't seem to be coming through, mate. So I don't know what's up with that. The stream broke. Ding dum. Right. Well, why is it only you break streams? How is it that only you break chat boxes that don't work? I mean, what is that about me? Ruthless. Hey, Scotty and Mike. Great Scotty. I hate this mini QWERTY. Oh, right, yeah. Well, we still are able to understand you better than when you speak in real life. Amazing. Maybe it's just the sort of discipline the Australian needed. Stop roasting. This is a stream about not roasting people, kind of, and you can't help it. Well, he did ban me and then lie about banning me, so he deserves it. The fucker broke the stream my ass, indeed. Jeff Harding, hey, I contested the cam works perfectly. Oh right. Fuck you, Icon. In other words, that's what that means. How dare Icon suggest that there might have been a problem with the RGB alignment due to its age and distortions of that kind of lens from that era. Works totally fine, actually. So fuck you, Icon, camera expert. That's where your fucking expertise got you. Twist on this, motherfucker. Twist on this. How are you, Ruthless? That's a deep question, Scotty. I don't know if Ruthless has the RAM to answer it. It might break him, just like he allegedly broke the stream that I seem to be the only one banned from. It's funny it was only broken for me, isn't it, Ruthless? um, 10 people, not bad. No, it's pretty good for this sort of time, to be fair. Yeah. Although I did expect a higher concentration of Australians, to be fair, but we got it's all good, really. Let me see this. Meow. Haunted slippers, don't go away, haunted slippers. I'll find another use for you, you haunted spooky cat. But the friend simulator is what I do. What am I going to do if I'm not doing the friend simulator? Perhaps you can get me out for Halloween and other such events. Yes, good idea. I shall consider it. I will ponder that thought. Ruthless, I didn't ban you, you asshat. Ask Icon what happened to the stream. Icon, what happened to the stream? I know what happened at the end. You disappeared. Um, it was the best bit. I Lucky, I like your comedy bit. Well, thank you, Lucky. I appreciate it a lot. And thanks for drafting hey Lucky, did you see exactly? Did you see your pal on the live stream yesterday? I thought he did very well. I think he's got promise. Icon says was no Jeff Harding, that's a good find. Might have been clad in the 80s or after when oil and not animal fat was used for lube, and when there were still people around that knew how to fix those cams. Icon there, throwing down that he does have camera knowledge as a slap in Jeff's face, and simultaneously backslapping me as a follow through in my face for daring to suggest that he couldn't handle the roast humor. So he had to start invoking lube and shit. I believe you, Icon. You don't have to start talking about lube in everything you say now just to convince me that you do understand roast comedy humor. I mean, oh, contrived? Yes, you whatever did. Well, let's just know that Ruthless, you've banned me about 5 times, and I don't think I've ever banned you. Have I? Yeah, I don't think I've banned you. Isn't that funny, Ruthless? You talk about echo chambers and sycophants. I haven't banned you once, and you've banned me about 5 times already. I mean, and not for me doing anything, just because I don't know why really. I don't really understand what it's all about, Ruthless. I don't get it. But okay then. Jeff Harding, I believe it's a matic, an asthmatic. All right, asthmatic. Isn't that what people are? What can't breathe properly? Jeff Harding, I don't know all the models. Ruthless says, I don't know anything about StreamYard, you pleb. Well, I don't think that's how you break the chat box in YouTube, mate. Unless I can't, you see, I'll have to watch that chat box back and see if my I'll have a look back. If that's true, then fair enough, Ruthless. But okay, it's just that Icon normally understands how to engage with the chat from a separate screen on YouTube. So I'd presume that if they weren't showing up on YouTube, Icon were my comments showing up on YouTube or not? If they weren't, it would suggest that I'm banned. Icon says, Mr. No, Jeff, it's a Contaflex Super B. Wow, maybe that's what I become after the radioactive goop that I drink in the future. Super B, I have one in my hand at the moment. Oh my God, so fucking hard, Icon. You got me in your hand at the moment. So disgusting. Um, Michael Hayward, can we get Mr. Rimtool to look into the tech problems? Well, I did ban Mr. Rimtool at the end of the day, and I also banned what I thought was fake Ruthlesses, but that might have been his secondary and tertiary sock account fake Ruthlesses, because he's like either a Buddha who can emanate at will and be in multiple places at once, or like a venereal disease or something. But either way, he's omnipresent, but no more so than that gunk that collects on cookers or something disgusting. Icon says with no S-Matic was the new flash sync system introduced with the Contaflex 5. I don't know. I don't know my Roman numerals. Is that 6? I don't know. Ruthless, cause you the only one there. Right. All right. Yeah, well, I was the only one there. I mean, that much is true. Wow, you actually represented reality for once, Ruthless. Amazing. Lucky, yeah, he's a good guy and knows a lot for his age. He already lives by himself. He was happy to meet you, lol. Right. I wondered who that was that was giving him a lift in the car. I wondered if that was his old man and what he thought when we were getting into some of this shit. Well, unfortunately, well, I won't get into it, but he's had the state injectable now. So I wish him the best of luck. He'll probably become, no, actually, I actually can't get into it. Joke aside, I could do so many good jokes about that, but I can't. But good luck to him. Whatever. Icon says, Mr. No, the stream up and died because Rufus had all thumbs and one rooted finger. Right. Yeah. Got ya. Yeah, I know. I heard you doing some funny shit about you two was talking smack about the flat earth and shit. I saw that bit. And the building, the Tartaria building for the train station or shopping mall or whatever the fuck it was. Well, you can talk all the smack you want. I mean, I don't buy into a lot of that stuff, or I just don't know at the end of the day. But I'll tell you one thing it isn't, and I'll tell you forever that it is not a spinning ball. Are you open-minded enough to refute the spinning ball? No, you're not. So you're not being science-based. Am I? Yes, I'm science-based. I refuted it. It's not a spinning ball. What it is, I don't know, but I'm not going to go there. Just saying that much. Just saying that much, man. You bought into the NASA thing. There's nothing more closed-minded than someone who thinks they've refuted flat Earth. I saw it with Nick from Signs of Wonders. He's now a NASA fanboy. Lockbeard and Ruthless, all NASA fanboys now. and they're truthers, and they shouldn't be because the space station is provably fake. It's being faked. They're faking the space station. Um, there's so many proofs that disprove the magic spinning ball. Really, it's so easy to do it. How about your scientific? That's still theory. You don't want to admit to yourself it's theory because if it ain't a ball, it might be flat, and they don't like the idea of that because flat sounds stupid, and it does sound stupid. But I don't claim to know what it is. I just know what it isn't. Fucking idiots. Get scientific, motherfuckers. You think you're all fucking sophisticated with your, oh, it's totally a fucking spinny ball. Yeah. It's not, you know. I mean, if you actually want to care about what's truthful, you get over what you think. Get over buying into that shit. It makes shit a mockery of you. It makes you seem really dumb to believe in that shit. It really does, by the way. Not if you were casual. If you're casually just believing it because you never questioned it, that's different, and you were still open minded. No, no, no. I can see Smith Snow, Jeff. You'd think the aroma would be residual. Can't mistake the smell of Astroglide. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like that was very funny. I got a bail. All right, Rufus, has your cult leader come back on, or are you about to mud flood because of all those tacos you were munching with Icon? I'm at location. Oh right, he's getting picked up by the feds. Icon sees Mr. No, Ruthless. Peace out. Yes, see you later, Ruthless. Unban me, dickhead. um, let me see. Rufus, I don't know what he's saying. I'll have to replay. All right, mate. Yeah, I'm just insulting you for banning me and then lying about it. And also for being a NASA fanboy. Jeff Harding and being unscientific at that, by the way. Really. They're in the game of just padding out space for you and telling you what to believe. Stars aren't a million miles away. Oh, because the color refraction of light through a shit ton of dense fucking partial vacuum and air. What they can tell how far a thing away is away because of color refraction. Light years. Okay, then. Black holes. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, what the biggest sun in a Milky Way is said to be 1,000 times as big as our sun. Okay, then. You believe in a bunch of nonsense. You really are. Oh, the space station is real, is it? Don't think so. Why are they faking it with loads of provedly faking it, by the way, like clear as day with wires and shit? I'm not joking. Jeff Harding, the leather case seems abnormally plush for 60 years old. Right, as in it still has its patterns and ting. Trolley troll. Does gravy count as lube? It does when that's all you've got at the family reunion. Trolley troll. See, it's much better when it's not forced. You know, it's much better when it's not forced. That's what she said. Michael Hayward, Ladies Ruthless. Ruthless Icon, I like them in a part. And by the way, I might say that the main reason that I even thought to do the comedy live stream anyway was because I thought I was so fucking hilarious on these things that I could probably manage it. But I think the over formatting of it has actually stifled it, to be honest. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway. But no more so than the calling it a roast in the title. Um, it equals 4. You know what? I thought it might have equaled 4 as well. Thanks, Icon. Much respect. I thought it may have meant 4, mate. Thank you. I said 5 or 6. I knew it wasn't 5, and I knew it wasn't 5 as soon as I said it, and then I was like, it might be 4. Thanks, bro. Thanks. I need to learn that shit. I need to learn it. Um, Active troll. Oh yeah. What is trolleyed troll? Am I saying that right? Is it meant to be trolleyed troll or is it trolleyed troll? I heard Icon was calling it even you hive, you jive. Yes, I'll see you later, Rufus. See you later. Now fuck off. Michael Hayward, not that troll prick again. Exactly. Not that troll prick again. What's trolley troll? I haven't even looked it up yet. He probably wrote that so that I'd look it up and it probably means something, but I don't even know. I just imagine like a troll in a trolley. I don't really get it. I don't know how to spell trolley, to be honest. Presumably it's like that. I don't know. Michael Hayward, anywhere there are men, there's the troll. Oh yeah, that's true. I thought you said you look up women's skirts, not men's trouser legs. Trolley troll. What's going on with that? Are you a homoerotic troll? We're not against that, but actually, no, I probably would just kick you if you're trying to look up my trouser leg, though. Um, again, Michael Hayward, anywhere there, I already did that one. I can see but no, Jeff, the leather is die hard on those cases. Pink in the middle, too. Are you still talking about camera cases? Hmm. Is is case another word for sister? Michael Hayward, where's Loopy Lester? I think we might have brutalized him in the last stream and he didn't come back. Um, although he gave as good as he gets, like Michael at the family reunion. Uh, Trolley troll, don't push the narrative unless you have the proof. You're literally looking up my trouser leg right now. Stop looking up my trouser leg, trolley troll. Now fuck off. Anyway, um, Lester Taylor, actually, you total lurker, Lester Taylor. So lurking until you are they spoke. We mentioned he who shall not be named, the patchy cowboy guy. Look, it's the eye patch cowboy. It's the one-eyed cowboy. Sounds like another name for your schlong. Um, Lester Taylor, Loopy Wyatt, who we roasting? You. We're roasting you again. Um, anyone who hasn't seen and arrived late, you can sort of hear me speak retrospectively about what the stream is about. But Friend Simulator is going to get a reformatting at least. It's all good. Icon says, to know, Jeff, does your camera have the interchangeable back? I'm pretty sure that does mean sister now. Yes. Trolley to troll. Michael is jealous, Lester. He loves being spit roasted. Exactly. Exactly. Jeff Harding, I don't think so, Icon. Not sure what that is. Well, I'll tell you this, I won't go on for much longer. It's been a good laugh. I just wanted to put something up. That's what he said. Just so there was something up because I privated the other video, partly because it was too edgy, partly because it was too boring. It wasn't boring. How can it be edgy and boring? It was too edgy in places. It didn't really flow because of the computer connection issues and the sort of awkward. Well, like I said, I don't think Icon was in the mood. It didn't help that his sister was in the background trying to trying to prepare Thanksgiving dinner while he's there talking about what Michael likes to get up to at his Thanksgiving dinner. Um, it was awkward, and just the forced format. So, like I said, it didn't work. I privated that shit. It wasn't really worth people's pain. I'm all right with people watching things back retrospectively if I think they flow and they're good. But I wasn't into it, so fuck it. I only watched a quarter back. Like I said, it was good in places, but I won't labor over it. I've already said it. Michael Hayward, I knew that would draw you out, Lester. Exactly. You're good at drawing things out of bushes, aren't you, Michael? Lester Taylor, he must still feel the burns. I thought he was going to say then in his ass. See, I can't really help it, even when I'm not meant to do it. But there's something about not being meant to do it that makes it okay and funny. You see? Hi, I'm on. I got this was no. If Hive lets me on the stream for a minute, I can show you. Oh, right. Okay. Okay then. Fine. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, let's do that then. Invite. I'm slightly worried though. I might say, Icon. I was slightly worried about the possibility of go then Icon. That's the link for Icon. I was slightly worried that you joining the stream may have always also put pressure on the stream when it was already not working. So I might have to kick you if it seems to be introducing some more issues, even though it's also like a good safety net if in case I have a server crash and you're there. But anyway, Trolley Troll, can I ban Ruthless? Um, yeah, mate. I don't know actually. Oh, right. Right. Yeah, maybe actually. Yeah, do it. No, do it. He banned me from his fucking chat and was pretending he didn't. I tell you what, don't ban him yet, Trolley Troll. Right? If I actually can confirm he's banned me from his chat, then I'm going to ban the fucker. It serves you right, because you know this is his favorite space. But oh, here's a well, icon. Give me a thumbs up, not like that, not like Michael, but give me a thumbs up when you're actually ready, mate. Without making, are you actually ready, brother? Icon. I'll wait till he gives me a thumbs up. It's fine. I'll wait till he gives me a thumbs up. Lucky I wouldn't protest. No. Australia is shit at protest. Oh no, you're not from Australia, are you? I don't. Oh, I don't know where you're from. Michael Hayward, trolleyed. Oh, trolleyed means the troll has been ridden by lots of people. Very funny. You just got wrecked, trolleyed. Totally got wrecked. Noah Ryan, finally you're live again. Yes, I'm live again, and this is a follow-up stream, having privated the last one because it was too edgy, didn't flow on account of computer issues and it not gelling between me and Icon and his sister, kind of. And just it didn't happen. It just wasn't, it didn't have the magic. Everyone else brought it, to be fair, but oh, hang on, what's he saying to me? Be with you in a minute. That's fine, mate. So there you go. But you know, you live and learn, and you got to be willing to experiment though a little bit. You really do. Trolley Troll, there's a 2 for 1 on £30 crack deals today. 2 for 1 on £30 crack deals today. Wow, is that all Michael's charging? Great. That was a Michael's ass joke. Again, another Michael's ass joke.
Uh-huh. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. You went poof. Damn, yo. Well, hopefully old whoops. Hopefully old Jeff is still watching and listening. How the hell did I do this last time? So I just figured this out. Here we go. You can switch around the camera so it's facing out my rear, yeah, facing out the rear. And this is, it's a little blurry. It's the interchangeable back for the Coniflex series of cameras. What's really nice is you can load your film in here and you can have several of these. So if you want black and white, color, infrared, whatever, then you can carry these along with your case. And if you want to switch film mid-roll, you have that option, which is why I absolutely love these. And yes, they are light tight enough to run a infrared aerochrome HIE-EIR film, or like the FKey 820 or something like that. So yeah, it's a really, really nifty accessory to have for the wonderful Coniflex Super B from Zeiss Icon. They really are damn good cameras. I got well, I used the crap out of this one until it started to go tight on me, and then I parked it before I screwed it up. Hey,
That's
Hive,
why
what's
I
up?
sacked my ex. That's why I sacked off my ex-girlfriend as well. Mate, are you a little bit loud? Because I mean, you might have turned yourself up earlier, and you seem to be pretty hot right now. Not in
Yeah,
a
let me
sexy
adjust
way.
that.
Yeah, just a thought because you're closer to the camera now. Um,
Yep.
Mate, that looks like nice machines. I might just quickly say while I'm back, and then you should get back into it. I don't know if anyone. How much did you hear of me, Icon? Were you there the whole time? Did you hear my sound cut out then or not?
I must have come back downstairs like right after it cut out.
Oh, okay. Respect. Well, I don't know if anyone heard me. I was just basically saying. I was just basically saying to um. Oh, who was it? No, Noah. I was saying to Noah that I just hope he doesn't become my serial. In fact, you know what? I did a whole bit about him becoming my serial killer. I'm not going to repeat myself because it's not in the moment, but it's a shame you might have missed that. Anyway, I was just explaining how. Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh well, you missed the moment. Jeff Harding. Well, I'm just going to tell you both. I'm going to end up kicking you both very soon because I don't want to go on for ages. But go on. I'm going to let Jeff on just to sort of speak to Icon real quick about his
Yeah.
camera. Jeff, turn your
Hey,
actually, Jeff, do me a favor, mate. I know you come in real loud, so just In fact, I think I might have the power to turn. Oh, I can actually adjust. You know what? I realized that I can adjust people's volume now. I have actually realized that I
All
do
right.
actually
On.
have that power. So there you go. I've
am
just
I
adjusted Jeff's volume. I know he always
am
comes
I
in
too
loud.
loud right now?
You sound fine now, mate. I just brought you down a bit. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm not on my studio mic like I usually am. I'm on my iPod. So obviously, here's the case that came with it.
Yep.
Here is the camera. So let me get this to where it's a little more in the light. So there's the top, and there's the bottom.
Yeah, that looks to be the standard one, which is cool.
The bottom has these little flip out rings here on each of these. See how you can flip those out so you can unscrew them?
Yep.
On the bottom. And then the back of it is just a plain back.
Yeah.
And then there's the top of it. But as far as it, you can wind it and it when I advance that and when I trigger it, when you look in the lens, you can see the shutter shut nice and smoothly and reopen. So I assume it's cycling, right? I mean, it's in really nice shape. There isn't even any scratches on this thing, but yeah. No, I was looking. I bought it for $16 at an auction, man.
Dude, that is a steal.
I was looking online and I see them priced anywhere from like $250 to $600-700, and some of them are even more than that if they've got decent cases and stuff.
That's because it's so difficult to find a good working one.
Yeah, well, I'll probably screw it up and break it before I can sell it to anybody. But I appreciate you letting us pop on, Hive. I really didn't have it. I just, when it was an Icon Zeiss camera at an auction, I knew it was worth buying, but I didn't know what I had when I bought it, And
no,
this guy
you're good, Jeff. You're good, Jeff. Yeah.
The guy between us seems to be the only guy who seems to know anything about them that I could find.
Right.
But all right, well, you gentlemen have a good rest of your evening.
Hey, Jeff.
Nice one, brother. Happy. I hope the rest of your internet sabbatical goes better than this eve. Only joking. Good man.
No, I only took a few days off from some of the in the communities that I run in, I just had a week where it's like everybody's asking, "Can you come on my show tonight? Can you come on my show tomorrow night?"
Respect.
And it's like, you do that 5, 6 nights
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
row,
yeah.
and people just get sick of it,
Yeah,
So
mate. Well,
I
to be
was
fair,
gonna,
yeah. No, no, I'm there too. I'm sick of you as well. No, joking. I'm sick of. I think I'm doing overkill as well, Jeff. I'm doing overkill myself, so I know what you're saying. I might have a little break myself. To be fair, I feel it
yeah,
in cards. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, it was good to see you for a moment, Jeff. I'm not going to go for much
yep,
longer anyway. I
yep.
might just see what Icon has to say about his earlier show and kick him off as well. But anyway, I'll see you soon, Jeff. Nice one, mate.
All right.
See you later, pal. Icon. So while you're here, real quickly, mate, let me know what you were saying about earlier. What's your thoughts?
Oh, I was just a little off, and then it's like the whole rhythm for that uh episode, I guess you might call it, just it wasn't on the money. I mean, like the some of the guys in the chat put up a decent show here and there, but it was rather sporadic. I don't know if like no one was
Yeah.
in the mood or how that works.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I think we should blame the chat as well. Yeah, fuck you, chat. It was your fault. I agree.
Yeah, it's their fault. Fuck it.
Yeah, it was their fault. Icon was fine. I think no. Joking aside, mate, did you feel slightly stifled for having your sister knocking around the background? We were trying to, and the thing is, mate, I'm not all about the super edgy dark stuff anyway. I mean, I'm all right with it as a shock value when you don't expect it, but when it's all
Yeah,
about that, I'm not into it. That's not what I'm about. I'm actually into light-hearted, playful, silly crap.
I'm fine with it, and she wouldn't care either way. It's just she was making noise in the kitchen, and I couldn't hear a lot of what was being said either.
Right. So let's blame the chat. It was the chat's fault and your sister's fault. Good. It was
Yes.
everyone else's fault, guys. Well, I'm glad we've established this. This was a very useful follow-up. I can't.
Yeah, I like this guy already. Yeah, it's the chat's fault. Fuck him.
All right, and Icon. Well, what I might do is I'll say goodbye to you. Hey, listen, real quickly, Icon. You game for tomorrow anyway, yeah?
Um, yeah, I got a little delayed
No,
again this
I
evening because Ruthless came on with his tour
I know.
around Sydney, so I'll be working on it tomorrow. I don't have fuck all else to do.
Well, mate, look, there's no pressure. You can do what you want. It's just that I don't think for the sake of launching it when it's not really going to be a major launch for me to do it anyway, it's not really worth waiting. I mean, I think you might as well just do it because I don't think it's worth stringing out into weeks from here and now anyway. So I think yeah, you at this rate you're just going to have to do it, mate, and we'll do it tomorrow regardless and see what happens.
Yeah, cool beans.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, it was good to see you
Sounds
then,
good.
Icon, and I'll see you tomorrow then, dude. Awesome.
Okay, sounds good. You take care.
Yes. See you later, dude. Nice. All right then. Well, I'm going to close it down, people. But it's been fun just hanging out. Unless any of you guys have got anything in particular that you want to, I might just try. Oh shit! Where's my avatar? I might just say the joke I was making was kind of fun, but where's he gone? Oh, it doesn't matter. I just got into a nice bit of banter about both my serial killers living in Australia. Of all places that I might want my serial killers to come from, because he was getting a bit obsessed, because he was saying anything you do is good. I was like, that's a bit obsessive. Don't become my serial killer. But I am all right with my serial killer of all places living in Australia. In fact, I currently have two potential serial killers, and they both live in Australia, and they're both ruthless. Right? That was the joke. Anyway, blah blah blah. You can never redo that shit. It happens in the moment. Or no, or yes. Right, what are you saying? Leicester's fault. I agree, it was Leicester's fault. It's all Leicester's fault. What was that, Jeff? That was very funny. What you said, Michael. What you said about Jeff. I just can't find where it was now. What is this? This is an insult. I mean, this is pretty deep. Jeff looks like a road paved with assholes. I mean, that is quite the insult. I've never heard anything that. Are you actually a real life comedian, Michael? Because I am starting to think you might be a real life comedian. Joking aside, let me know because that is up there, mate. Michael Hayward. Oh, hang on. I always get paranoid. Michael Hayward. That camera has been more has Seen more peckers than 90-year-old urologist. In the last week since Jeff owns it. Yeah, since Jeff's owned it, it's seen more peckers than a 19-year-old urologist. He's only had it a week. Exactly. Everybody was off. Yeah, I'll go with that. Michael Hayward, Leicester's fault. Definitely Leicester's fault. Trolley troll, my gravy is lumpy. Deep, man. That is deep. Because gravy is another word for deep, for getting deep in the Owen Benjamin circles. Need a bit more of that gravy. So my gravy being lumpy is there's lumps in my metaphorical gravy. I don't think he means his metaphorical gravy though. Try chewing, trolley's troll. Try chewing. Lester Taylor, damn, that was harsh. Hard to roast those you don't really know. Yeah, well, that's true, actually, to be fair, mate. Yeah, I was always hoping that random strangers would come in from the rest of the internet, but because of the way the algorithm is, that's just not going to happen. I'm basically blocked to everyone unless I find them myself in the day in other people's chats, really, or something. Anyway, at least it seems. Lester Taylor, hell, I had to invite people to bring it. Lol. Right, respect. Well, no, you were fine, Lester. I mean, I'm only joking, but yeah, exactly. It was forced. It's never going to work when it's forced. Everyone's not always in roast mood. In fact, they rarely are, and they are more so when they're not meant to be, because that's the point. That's why it's the shock value. So concentrated roast humor, American style, it doesn't really work. Completely concentrated and abstracted from human banter and conversation. That's what's wrong with it. That's why I want to get deep and philosophical about it. So there you go. I'm actually going to adapt the format, not swap it out. The Friend Simulator is still a deep philosophical observation about what we're really doing here. It is we're simulating a friendship. So on that bombshell, and thanks for all turning up, I at least wanted to put something out that was of a better caliber than that shit show. So yeah, it's been fun. What the fuck? Your audio was about spot on for this round. Well, that's good. Prior to it cutting out, that is. And yes, all right then. You know what I'm going to play because we didn't do it earlier. I'm actually going to play No, what I might actually do, and there's a technical reason for me doing this. I might play my other outro crazy music. You know, the one with all the 60s people dancing in it and stuff. I might actually play that tune, not because it's what I fancy. I'd love to play the Ergmont Overture, but I'm going to play it because every time I play any classical music, they ban me off Facebook. They block the video. But this video is quite fun. I haven't put a recent one up that's remained on Facebook that they haven't muted in loads of different territories. So it'd be nice for at least one recent one to remain up there. Just a sort of bit of a draw from over there. So I'm going to play a song that shouldn't kick the copyright algorithm since it is my own fucking music. So here we go. I'm going to play this one. You haven't got long. You got about 2 minutes to finish your thoughts. But I'll see you all tomorrow. Nice one. Which one was it again? Hang on. I think it's which one is it? Oh, it's this one. Right. See you later, guys. Bye.